now I'm at this place because Plato's Cave is so complicated. I was talking to Kyle at length today on the phone about like, and it's cool because I'm so in the mode of trying to make this work that I'm really stuck on how to get the page limit down to where it's like telling the story. And I talked to this dude at the gym today. Let's call him Kevin. And he, and I was like, okay.
Let's call him Kevin Maccabee.
Let's call him Kevin Johnson because that's his name. No,
zip code 96250.
No, you can look him up if you want. Check him out. Kieran Gallagher. Look him up.
Kieran Gallagher.
He's been on. He's been on.
Spelled QUERINQALLER.
And so that's him. So go to his IMDb and check. He's done some shit.
Gallagher.
So he's always correcting my form at the gym. Awesome dude, and definitely hooking up. He's got a circle of people around him because he's helping all of them work out.
Dude, that looks just like one of my bartenders at work named Charlie.
Really?
I should take a picture of him.
But he's the man.
He's the fucking man, bro. You should see his triceps. Oh my God.
Bulging.
He's fucking does the little things with his arms so good.
So basically what I'm getting to is like, I was trying to sell him on, he was in passing and I was like, okay, well, he's like, how long is it? And I was like,
Gallagher.
Hey.
I need your attention, Gallagher, please. Mr. Gallagher.
He's like signing autographs in the corner. Like, fuck. God. Just tell me, what's the minimum guarantee again? He's like, I've already told you this.
Tell me, how do you work your calves like that, bro?
Hey, man.
What protein are you on right now?
How'd you get that cut, bro? Just diet. No, the question is okay. He mentioned about cutting down the script, and I was like, it's like action. So like, I think 2 minutes per page. I'm sorry, 1 minute per 2 pages. So like
action wise,
yeah, because
for a scene,
easy because on some of the scenes I'm writing for action.
Why get too specific? Why not just fuck it?
I just would like to.
You're trying to narrow it.
I would just like to have somebody be able to crack the script and see that it's like 180 pages and not think that it's 3 hours. That's my point. So either I'm going to have to explain that to the producers / creators of this that helped me make this real. But like, I was trying to tell them like a lot of these things.
You're
like,
descriptive.
Yeah.
You're very descriptive.
Well, I haven't even cut a lot of that out because I realized that'll be further pre-production meetings and talking about like, you know, when you actually sit down with the costume, be like, okay, here's this crazy motif. Because by then I'll have thought it out. So, because I mean, all that takes to put it in the script.
I was gonna say all that takes then is you just copy that, and those are your director's notes,
right?
And then you just cut down all the stuff down to like, all right, rather than like he reached to his pocket and pulled out his red velvet scarf that made him feel emotive with whatever. He's like, he fucking pulled out his scarf and threw it at the bad guy and shot him with his gun.
Yeah, if you're doing that, you're writing a book. And you can't have that in a screenplay. But here's the interesting thing I've learned is
in director's interpretation.
In the rewrite. Yeah, right. You don't want to write it in form. Even things that where you're like...
But since you're the director, your first edit is going to have that. And then you...
Because I'm trying to see what I'm actually trying to do.
Right. You're writing it. Right. You're not imagining it as though it already exists. Like so you're editing it.
So all that goes to say is I think I might have to do something else. Because this project is...
You got to what?
I'm just saying in terms of... Because his path to creating a movie is... having essentially a low budget and having a simpler project.
Project.
Right. And this is a very like dense concept because this is part 3 of my 4-part series. I picked the hardest part that I knew I had to write first because I had this thought about a screenplay. But I've written multiple screenplays and I have a lot of stuff ready to go, but it's like No,
I was going to say to that note, like, can you have a genesis to this? Can you have a genesis that's so simple, but yet like appealing in the same way that Heroes was appealing? Remember Heroes? Like, I don't know if you ever were into that show, but like, it was so simple to where it was like, you know, it was just like at the end of the first episode, like it was all conversation and Tarantino talk until the end when like, you know, just a glass moves or something. And you're like, ooh, there's something there. Right. Give this dude a budget.
Because it's like real life.
Yeah.
And like, but wait,
there's a little bit of effects, but like it's only so minimal to like where, so it's like, I think you can make a movie where it's like the substance to it, whatever you're talking about, the philosophy. It's like, can you start with either an episodic or a first film that is low budget enough to where you're like, okay, this is the prequel to even the quadrilogy or trilogy or whatever, or it's the first episode. But can you make it budget wise convincible and like, ooh, this is
it's $100 million movie. It's a Matrix. It's like so it's the Inception. So like it's so lofty and partly like
no, can't be done.
It can't.
It's a very nice idea, but no, it can't be done.
I mean, it would feel like student project because in something else I realized is I had a lot of passages and dialogue written about like stuff I wanted to teach people that I believe and learn for myself. And I realized that's not as productive as making the movie make somebody feel something, which actually changes what happens to them. Because if they interpret it as, if they leave the movie and they're like, whoa, I feel a certain way and I don't understand it, that's more powerful than teaching them something, because you're teaching them physiologically. You're teaching their body something other than their mind. If you go in, this is what I've learned. If you go in there and you're trying to teach them something, it feels like you're being a student. You're like, you're pushed in that position. That's how you want to make them feel something.